I have no idea what our openings are on any given day, just so you know.
I love when he punts Santa's little helper.
Let me do a little, I think we're in circles right now. Let me change us to squares.
Sure.
More square. Sort of square.
I'm confused.
Circles. Squares.
Whatever.
Squares. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday, October 30th.
Howdy do.
Or our Friday and yours, day before Halloween. It is 8:16, and we are here to give you tonight for the Howard Stern Show. I am joined by Xavier. Dennis is on his way. Some shit or another. It's not trivia night, but he had something to do at the Italian club, aka the Gindaloons that smell like garlic club. And so he will be here momentarily. So the unfortunate part of that is that Xavier, who does not have Sirius and does not listen to the show until he listens with us.
Yes, I'm like you guys.
Exactly. I don't even know how to start our stupid show other than to say it was a curious one. They did a lot on that psych test that they're attempting to do. Never got around to the information in it. They decided to save it for Monday.
Absolutely. They're going to milk this bit like they did the hat and everything else.
Become a hat. Right.
Yeah.
I just realized that today is October 30th, so October is officially over, and nothing came of it, as usual. So nothing to show for it. None of the whole talks or the something with Richard Christie's ass. The only good thing to come out of today's show was Memet with a couple of truth bombs, which were really entertaining. I must confess.
Oh, really?
Indeed. Because whenever Memet comes on, as serious as he can be, and shockingly unfunny, he always comes out with something that kind of elicits a response from everybody else because they can't stand when he does that. And then Sam was on for a bit, and I can't stand Sam, and I hate the way she talks, and I hate the way she does like stutters. She just can't. She just can't get the words out. Oh, that drives me insane. It's so insane. It's like, how are you set up for radio when you can't even articulate a focused, coherent thought? It just drives me batshit. Nonetheless, here we are. We do have a special surprise that, of course, Mr. Dangles just reminded me that he has an exclusive interview with P. Diddy, which we will be sharing with you later. So Sam absolutely ruined everything today. Absolutely, Sky Spectre.
I think High Pitch was on once this year, right? Pretty sure.
We
did one show where they briefly.
I don't really pay attention to what
Pitch
Eric does.
Someone had a question. That's all.
But yeah, Sam is super annoying, and so she's in control of this whole psych thing. I do have a psych profile test that I threw up on RadioGunk. It's a very, very super easy test if you guys wanted to take it. I am more than happy to pop it up onto the site as we're talking. And you guys can play along and say, am I a psychopath?
So what are your thoughts on the fact that a true psychopath would make shit up as far as the answers?
See, that's the whole thing. A true psychopath would make stuff up.
Because they don't have any remorse, right?
That's exactly right.
You know what's weird? I didn't realize that the sociopaths and psychopaths, I think the difference is that psychopaths are charming. I didn't realize that was like one of the big distinctions.
So would you say, Ted Bundy was a psychopath?
Yeah, 100% he was.
Right? And he was,
everybody that knew him, he was the most charming mother effer they ever met.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you see the interviews with him. He seems like like a neighbor in Three's Company or something. He just seems like this guy that he's kind of good looking dude with the he's just very like wordsmith, and the guy just knew how to do what he needed to do to kill people.
Curious. I'm trying to pull up my test for psychopathy, and it's not giving me the test anymore. Is it because I took it already? Is it like
I couldn't get into it. I couldn't find it, which makes me a dumbass on top of everything else.
Oh, that's really interesting. Okay, because
That BTK killer definitely was a sociopath.
Well, you happen to be 100% right, because I'm trying to pull it up right this moment, and I'm not getting it either. Psychopathy test quiz here. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 20 questions and it's 3 minutes, so we can kind of all take it together if you want to later on.
Sure.
And that's it. Okay, so let's start the show and let's go with our first clip. So, of course, now it's the Halloween show, where there's really nothing Halloween-y about it, other than they decided to do that, which is actually probably one of the only interesting mashups they've done over the course of the last 5 years, when it's the Monster Mash opening. Here we go.
Dig down from grimy eggs, 13 ghosts in the devil's head. Step right up and feel the fire. Hardcore love of the never dead. Call me the American nightmare. Call me the American dream. Everything you need.
So like that. Okay, so that's how we started the day.
Yeah, okay.
That's as much Halloween as you're going to get out of the show.
You know what? I've noticed that they kind of, unless I slept or something, or we didn't play a clip, they completely just omitted Richard Christie from any true Halloween things. That's kind of
funny you should say that, because they did have him on today.
Oh, today. Okay.
It was a very, very stupid segment, because apparently he went to participate. So Jimmy Fallon over at 30 Rock opened up some sort of like Halloween scary kind of thing that you had to buy tickets for to go
like
through.
A haunted maze kind of deal?
Kind of like a haunted maze. It's called Jimmy Fallon's Tonightmares, an all-new haunted maze experience. Okay. We're going to come back to that.
And you have to deal with sobriety?
I'm going to go with probably not. I'm going to go with probably not. So they're going to, you'll see that later on, and I'll give you some visuals for it because I have that as well. But yeah, so I don't even know what some of my things. So I'm going to apologize in advance. I have no idea what the names I gave to the clips are today, because I had such a
throw dice.
I had a really, really, really crazy busy day. I literally just showered like maybe 15 minutes ago so that I could get down here and look presentable. But I'm wearing like a stupid, ugly beige t-shirt, and I'm not really mentally prepared.
Wait, is that Howard on your knee?
This is my. Did you never see this? This is my.
I don't recall.
Casey made this for me. It's
okay, the Casey stuff. Yes, Casey.
Howard. That's my Howard blanket.
Look at that wig, bro.
Look at that. So I wear this.
Else.
I wear this because I'm chilly down here. So I wear this every show. And then I get hot because I blather too much, and then it all goes away. Okay, so let's go to clip number.
Casey, I tell you.
So it's curious. Somebody called in to talk to him about guitar and painting and stuff like that. So he got into like a whole thing about his painting and his guitar and everything like that. But let's start with the fact that he woke up today I haven't talked to Casey in a while, and I owe him a phone call, and I kind of miss him. I don't even know if he's still doing his show or not. But I'm going to talk to him.
He really is such a decent guy.
Oh, he's an amazing person.
He really is. He's a peach of a man.
He's just really sweet. Maybe I'll have him on next week or something.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Huh?
Yeah, I'd like to do that. All right, so here he is. Here's just so you get an inside scoop on what Howard does at 4:00 in the morning.
Good morning, everybody. I'm exhausted already. I got up at 4 this morning, practiced guitar for an hour.
Can you imagine?
Got right to it. I was practicing my bar chords. I was practicing my, what do you call that kind of Travis picking? I was practicing.
Who cares?
Very difficult. I wonder if I'll ever
So
be good at it.
have you mastered? Do you move on and continue to? I don't understand what you're doing because it seems like you're doing different things.
Yes.
Every day.
Who cares? What is Travis picking? I don't even know what that means. What is that?
I have no idea. But you know what? I mean, the fact that I was up at 4 a.m. Yeah, but when you don't have to commute and you can just go back to sleep in a couple hours, that's not really like that impactful.
I know. And is he trying to show us that that's like dedication to his craft?
It's not. It's like, dude, it's like.
It's not the flex you think it is.
Like, 100%. Like, he could wake up at 2. It would make no difference.
It's no difference.
He has that VO lifestyle.
He can still nap at like 11 a.m. and be perfectly by like 2. You know?
Exactly.
And guess what? King Craze. He can then practice again from like 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to 5. 6.
And did you see the Beth posted him brushing that cat again? She did an hour ago. It's just like this is the flex that this guy like. Oh, I'm always busy. Blah blah blah.
On his deathbed.
Well, it's Walter.
Walter's on his deathbed. Yes, apparently Walter is not long for the world. He's like 17 or 18 years old.
That seems to happen a lot with their cats. And there's a pattern.
That's what happens when you have like 7 or 10 cats. They're bound to die. I mean, that's just what happens.
And then you like just let them feed from a trough all day.
I don't know. Well, those are the house cats. They're different from the rental cats.
I guess
the rental cats just stay at the pool house.
Basically, they've had a cat that lived more than 5 years at this point.
Yeah.
And I mean, you see people with like cats that are like almost 30 all the time.
Yeah, you're so right, Abe Rizzo. He can literally practice for 8 hours a day. He should be shredding like Slash by now. Yeah, but he can't because he doesn't really know what he's doing. We're going to get into that a little bit today too, because he's so proud of himself and how he's like just jamming, and so many people want to jam.
Once again, a bit he did many moons ago.
Once again, he's going to be 71 years old, and nobody gives a rat's ass that you know how to play guitar.
Absolutely.
Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Okay, so here he goes talking about his painting versus guitar playing.
Hey, I wanted, you've done a lot of talking about your guitar and picking it up and trying to get better and better. And I'm wondering, how has your painting hobby, has it been sacrificed at all?
I don't completely sacrificed. Completely sacrificed. I don't paint at all.
Completely.
I'm done. Completely.
And that's a shame.
And don't say that. Please don't. I was with a psychiatrist. I was talking to a psychiatrist yesterday all about this. The guilt that I guilted myself that I don't paint anymore.
Imagine.
And I don't need any more of that.
Nobody's saying you should guilt yourself. I'm simply saying you were really good at it.
Okay, Mo. Yeah. Seriously, when you stop this soundbite, go to private chat, click on that thing, and it fits perfectly what this tortured man does to himself.
Hold on, let me copy the link.
I mean, I mean, 1 second. It shows you his dedication and how frantic his life is.
You just love going to these kind of clips. You just
love. What's he saying? That he sacrifices because he's such a. Because what?
You love this.
Loves it. Are you kidding? Look at this boy.
I like when
2 hours ago.
He just looks up at you.
Oh, so random.
Walter.
If I stop, he'll look at me. Look.
There he
He's
is.
like, what's wrong, Walter? Here. I didn't stop.
Dedication to the guitar.
Very handsome.
And to painting.
Could have been very big.
What do you always say? He should
be in movies.
Yeah.
He's the Brad Pitt of cats.
You always said that.
Yeah.
You've always said
he could have been big. Look at him. I mean, he could sell cat food for sure. Look at him.
I know. Nobody ever asked me.
Oh, poor guy.
Okay, stop. You send me anything else in private chat. I will.
No, that's it. I know, because was he talking about, do you have time for your painting? Like, okay, well.
I will kill you. I don't want to see any more cats.
Oh my God, please kill me.
No interest. Zero. I hate you. I hate you for that. All right.
Rupert, sad life of a billionaire. There you go.
Yeah, this is
hectic.
Their lives. These are just like the.
Hey, he got up at 4 a.m, so give him a break.
And he did practice his guitar at 4 a.m. So, he's got that. And then, you know what he probably does? I can almost visualize that when they're trying to talk to him about what's going to be going on for the show for today, that's what he's doing. He's just
100%.
with the guitar, picking away. Not like he's playing the guitar for them. It's just that them trying to talk to him about the show basically interrupts his guitar playing. So therefore, you know, you better talk to him, have his attention or not, or you just lose him. I have to shut that Instagram. He's still brushing.
Dude, if this guy spends 20 minutes a day on a guitar, I would be shocked.
Yeah, I know. Same.
There's no way.
But the feeling has left him for painting, you know, so here we go.
Oh,
but I tell you, now that I play the guitar, the feeling has completely left me. I do not want to draw. I don't want to paint. I just want to get better at the guitar.
See, one track mind.
Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you at 71 that this is
absolutely
the track you want to take up because you feel like you need to like have some sort of ability against these guitarists that you love to interview that really are not impressed by you. They're just blowing smoke up your ass. You really.
At best, his talent can only be described as that dude at summer camp playing Michael roll the boat ashore.
Oh, it's even worse than that. Wait till you hear some of this shit he's playing. All right, so now he's going to explain to us why he started painting, and obviously there's a deep rationale behind his ability to paint. Yes, it is very important for senior citizens to learn a new skill. It's so true, yes. and he is our senior citizen, so
he kind of is.
But he can't actually play guitar and paint. He can only do one thing and attempt to do it well. He can't do both because he doesn't have enough time.
And he's already started his 5-day weekend.
This is true. Yes, it is officially.
His weekend started a while ago, bro.
So what is he going to do with all that time?
It's literally, he's like 7 hours into his weekend.
So let's get a little insight into why he started painting. And I know you don't give a shit, but it was, it's how the show started today.
When I started painting, it was only because I was journaling. And I went, when I'm journaling, I've seen journals.
What 71-year-old journals? Like, seriously. Like, girls do that. Like prepubescent girls do that. And then, girls going through, some angsty breakup when they're 22 do that. Like, what 71-year-old man journals?
A very feminine one.
Anybody in the audience in their 50s or their 40s journal? I'm going to go, no.
No.
In our chat.
I stopped doing that last week.
All right, here we go.
That where people draw. And I wish I could draw a little something in my journal. That was the motivation. Wasn't to be, Michelangelo. I didn't have any delusions that I could be. I couldn't draw good.
In no world did anyone think that you had the delusion of being Michelangelo? Like, seriously, there's just,
except for the age, there's nothing in common.
Not even. I think
Robin, I have a girl.
No, I mean, as if he were alive today.
First started. It is so bad that you'd say, "Did a 3-year-old draw this?" I drew a little beach scene, and I've saved it to remind myself about how far I came in terms of how drawing and art and painting. But I had a very simple goal. It wasn't to be Michelangelo or Leonardo da Vinci. It was to just
the balls
be able
on him.
To. What a
balls
douche.
On comparing himself to Michelangelo or Leonardo da Vinci, any way, shape, or form. Like, compare yourself to who's that other idiot who paints all the time, who's like a songwriter, singer dude.
I have no idea.
Fuck it,
yeah.
Slow your roll, Howard.
Do a little line drawing in my journal, but I started to study it, and I became fascinated with it. I loved it, and I wanted to get better at it. I wanted to be able to express what I was feeling inside. I wanted to be able to look at a scene like a barn with a field of grass and a fog laying over the grass, and I wanted to unlock the secret of how to paint that. How could I create that on paper?
Boy, George,
John Wayne Gacy.
Sure. All those.
Oh, good one. He can be Pogo the Clown.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, all these clips are so stupid today, you guys. They are they're just so stupid.
Well, you know what it is? It's just thirst traps for his staff, because then they have to come in and go, "Oh, I thought you were better than Michelangelo."
Yeah, exactly. You're a Renaissance.
Oh my God, is that a Renoir, Howard?
Or is that you? You did that?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, you're so amazing.
You know what? Like any true artist, it isn't going to be worth anything until he dies. So hint, hint.
Yeah, but nobody has any of his paintings and nobody gives a shit.
Okay, well, I'm just kidding. Come on.
So here's his dream. So he has 2 guitar dreams, like forever. This is his dream life.
It'd be good.
Dream number 1 is to be able to go into Guitar Center or Guitar City, whatever the hell it's called, Guitar Center.
Yeah, Guitar Center.
And be able to kind of like pull down a guitar off of like one of the racks or whatever and just start like strumming it like the cool kids do when they go to Guitar Center. That's dream number 1. Vincent Van No. The dream number 2. Dream number 2 is this, you guys. Here we go. Here's the dream.
But anyway, and then the other dream I have with the guitar is that I'd be good enough that
ready.
I said this to my teacher. Maybe like my fantasy would be I'd be good enough that, let's say you went to a restaurant and you saw two or three douchebags in the corner playing background music. Like I could be doing Can't Buy Me Love while you're eating dinner and you're ignoring me. And I wouldn't annoy you. I could play the song and you'd go, oh, that's nice background music. Maybe I'll come back to this restaurant.
Can you even imagine?
That's stupid. Well, first of all, none of that usually happens until after dark, which he's already in bed. So that kind of ruins that dream.
This is true.
And not only that, every time I go to Guitar Center to get something, there's always like 12-year-olds playing freaking Stairway to Heaven backwards or or Kashmir or there's they're playing literally like a 10-year-old playing Going to California. Like no.
Yes.
So having a 71-year-old man coming in there and playing like that, no one would care.
Nobody would care. And
no one would care.
I remember when I first started to take guitar lessons, all I wanted to be able to do, the way you have a focus in your brain, like this is what I want to be able to play. This is what I want to be able to sing. So my focus has always been to be able to play, and you're going to think I'm such a dick, Only the Lonely by the Motels acoustically.
We walk.
Oh,
the loneliest now.
One of my favorite songs ever. And I figured that was like an attainable goal for me. And I started practicing and I started getting like decent where I didn't sound like him. Honestly, he sounds horrible. I started getting like really decent, but it was really hard for me because I have like small hands and I usually have fingernails. And so it's hard to strings. And so I just kind of lost.
Well, Mr. Whiskers has a similar dream. I want to play the sax solo during Only the Lonely.
God, you're a dick.
Just like I told you.
People have like certain.
Well, no, actually, no. I meant to say "Heart in My Heart." I kind of fucked up that, but yeah. "Heart in My Heart's one's got the sax solo.
I just love it. I love those songs. And so everybody, I think, has goals in mind for what they want to play. And when you hear Howard's goals for what he wants to play and what he wants to jam to, it's like so weird. It's like you can tell that his guitar teacher is probably like kind of old, bringing up like the Glenn Campbell and all this other shit that he plays. So then he goes back into the story that he told a couple of weeks ago. Let me see. All right. So here's the original story, and then you can hear his.
I think both Roy Orbison and the Motels had a "Only the Lonely" song, guys, and there's a lot of confusion in there.
Is there confusion here? The Motels. How am I getting this wrong?
Roy Orbison had a lot of good songs.
Was it the same song? Did he do it first? I don't even know that.
I don't know.
Sorry, I didn't know. All right, so here's the Maroon 5 original story, and you'll see how lackluster it was, but then he embellished it today, so I had to go all the way back into the archives to get this stupid clip. So let's listen to the origin story and then the actual story.
So they do about a 5 or 10 minute sound check, and Adam goes to me, I got to go to the bathroom. Here's my guitar. You play something. Now, there's like 30 people standing, no pressure. And it was so, the guitar, I don't play an electric guitar. I've never played one really a lot. And the thing was so powerful, like the sound, if you just hit a note, it was crazy. You could hear it from miles away. That's how fucking loud it was. And it blew my mind. And now I'm sitting there with the guitar and I just, I put my head down and I started playing some shit. And then the band came on and started playing with me.
Wow.
And we were jamming.
Oh, wow.
We were jamming, but my hands were shaking so bad. I was so nervous in front of these guys.
So he goes on to basically say, and then he kind of gave it up. But today we had to embellish that story and make it into a new and better story.
Sure.
So that it could, just because.
Wasn't he given an opportunity to go up on stage with Billy Joe recently?
Well, they realized Jimmy Fallon actually was the one who had perpetuated that, and he realized that it was a joke. And
okay.
Like just basically fucking with him because apparently Howard said something to Billy, and he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I have no idea what you're talking about." And so he felt kind of like a little dicky about that. All right, so here's the story from today about Maroon 5. And listen how much more amazing it really was. You heard the story exactly as it went down. Here it is today. That's
Adam Levine was doing a private party where you get, rich people hire you to do a private party. I don't think you'll mind me telling this. So he contacted me. He says, I know you live somewhere near, this place. Do you think I could stay with you for a few?
Would Adam Levine say to him when he's playing a concert with like 6 band members, can I stay at your house? Like,
which house is he referring to?
The Hamptons.
New York? The Hamptons.
Yeah.
Isn't that hours away from wherever he would be performing? Or is it like
No. He was performing a private concert for some dude in the Hamptons.
Oh, copy that.
Okay. So this is why. And apparently Adam called him and asked if he could crash at his pad in the Hamptons. Okay. Let's continue.
2 days. I said, absolutely. Absolutely. Great guy, super talent. How fun. I said,
famous.
I'm really busy. I don't have a lot of time to hang, but you just want to use the house.
By the way, it was the summertime. What is he busy with? But if you want to just use the house, by all means, I'm happy to host you at my home.
It would be awesome if they put him in a room with all those cats.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
Can we put you on the pullout where the cats are, please?
So he came, had a great time with him, and he told me he woke up and he says, I got to go do a sound check. I said, at the dude's house? He goes, yeah. I said, would you mind if I tagged along? Because I'm trying to learn how to play guitar.
Oh, my God.
Would you mind if I tagged along?
Can you imagine how cringe that must be if that's a real story?
No.
To see a band set up would be fascinating to me. And he was.
So this is fascinating to you, but Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band is doing a 2-hour fucking sound check the night before you're seeing them, and you're already in the city, and you don't think that would be more fascinating than seeing Adam Levine and Maroon 5 do a sound check? Can somebody help me understand exactly?
These stories make no sense.
Even
if they're real, they make no sense.
I'm continuing.
Explaining to me, at this point in his life, sound check is like just fucks his whole day up, but he's got to do it because he's a pro and you got to have a sound check. Sure. I don't have to go into why. People get it. So, look at Bruce Springsteen. When he did our show the other day, he came in at night and did a 2.5-hour sound check for our fucking show because.
Yeah. Okay. He did it for your show, but you didn't appreciate them. I don't understand why Maroon 5 gets all the kudos. So here we go. Hang on.
Starfuckery, bro.
Yeah, right. And then I got off, and then like out of a fantasy, I get off the stage, and this woman and
there's no way this happened either.
This guy,
no, yeah,
come up and go, "Wow, you're really good," and that's all I needed. Like that's it. I could have stopped playing guitar that day
because he did so well, and they jammed so hard, and the whole band was playing with him. Why don't I have that whole clip? This is very bizarre to me.
Do you think it was like Linda McCartney when they just unplugged the mic?
Yeah.
100% that's probably what happened.
He said that he started jamming with the band playing Mississippi Queen, of course.
Oh, of course, sure.
And that they all joined in with him. And I cannot believe I don't have that clip. I can't believe it cut. That's kind of weird. Sorry. I thought I had that. Okay. So then the dude that also plays in Maroon 5 came back to his house with him. And they started jamming as well because, that's what they're going to do, right? Here we go.
Then I watched those guys play and I was like, holy shit, how do they get so good? And then I said, hey, James, why don't you come over to the house for lunch? Because I'm taking Adam back. We're going to have lunch. Or it was dinner. I don't know what the time it was. But he came back, and then we went up to my office. And James said, let's play something. And at that point, I opened up my little book that I play out of, and we started jamming. I told you, minuet and G.
Jamming, okay? Jamming.
Yes.
Jamming.
Yes.
Jamming. Jamming. We started jamming.
Yes.
To minuet in G. Okay.
By the way, Maroon 5 is arguably considered the biggest sellouts in the music industry.
Yeah, the worst. They're really the worst.
I mean, that's not an opinion. That's pretty much what everybody thinks of them.
Those kids grew up so wealthy too. His father.
I know nothing about them.
His father owned 2 incredibly expensive, very, very high-end clothing stores in LA.
No,
and they were known, like people came there from all over the country to buy like really, really like amazing high-end clothes. And, they grew up with that. And, they've always been those kids. So anyway, let's move on a little bit. And let's go to Howard and Imus having a moment together. So, all we've ever heard about him and Imus is how much they hated each other, and Imus hated him from the moment he walked in the door.
No, we haven't heard this before.
Yeah, no, but Imus is going to share like an intimate and special discussion with Howard that, I can't imagine he would do, but sure, let's go with it.
I remember, speaking of that, I remember Imus, when we used to work with him, we were having a moment where he was talking to me about he had hearing loss, and he was going through a hard time because he couldn't ride his headphones hot anymore, and he started to try to experiment with wearing these other kind of headphones where it was low, and he said, he was confiding in me, and he said, oh my God, I need to hear, and I empathize with him because you need to hear, if you do radio, especially when you're on terrestrial radio and you got a lot of elements going and you're sort of the orchestra leader and you got to hear the mix just right, or the voices right, or and he was like, I don't know, I got to learn a whole nother way of doing it. And I was like, oy.
What does it mean to have it hot? Meaning that it's piped up?
You mean like overmodulated? Like it's I don't know.
To where your
head usually implies that you're actually potted up. But I mean,
I guess
I'm not familiar with the guitar version.
Because apparently Robin doesn't pot hers up. Like she doesn't like to hear herself in her headphones when she's talking.
Well, okay. First of all, that's not how it works. You should be able to hear yourself at all times, whether or not they pod you up on the board. That's a totally different thing.
Oh, okay.
But you should be able to hear the feed in your cans at all times, and you should be able to hear your own voice on the microphone. Whether or not they incorporate it with the actual mix, that's a totally different thing. So she's what you call stupid.
She is stupid. Oh, look who's here. Dennis, who's not stupid.
I'm not stupid. That's what everyone says. I'm not.
Don't call me stupid.
I'm not stupid.
So here's what you missed out on, Dennis. You missed out on
Dick.
We went through like jamming with Adam Levine and his friends, and then jamming to Bach in C minor or G minor, which is really just atrocious.
Well, usually in some audio sense, hot means you would say they're peaking. You know.
Yes.
Peaking.
You need to watch your levels.
Peaking.
So
Peaking.
it could be. I mean, all about
Who's
the technical. That could be correct. I just
Yeah, I wasn't sure what that. We just finished the clip where he's saying that Imus confided in him that he was going deaf and he needed.
So this is that was a new story I've never heard before ever.
Yes, all these.
I mean, that was just absolutely.
Yes,
I must address this. Puzzle Cam tonight. I don't know. She's been on her own. She's a diva.
Cat.
I feel like she's not really loving us anymore.
It's like we're beneath her.
Yeah, exactly. She hears the subject matter and goes
super chat. So I'm just leaving. You know,
she's like, nope.
No, he's paying me in Friskies.
No one's paying me in Friskies.
I'm just going on my way. Okay, so then Five Finger Death Punch.
I love that band.
This has been going on all night, Dennis. Just
all night.
All night.
All night.
All right.
All night.
Where were you?
I was at the Italian Club. They had a lecture from USF, University of South Florida. There's a lovely professor that's from Sicily.
Meatball making 101?
What?
Meatball making 101?
No, he was doing the history of Sicily. He done the history of Sicily, and today he was doing the most famous Sicilian ever, Archimedes.
Archimedes, indeed.
Archimedes is Sicilian. He's Sicilian. And how his life and all his inventions and things that he created.
Wasn't he the dude that discovered like the fulcrum and all that stuff?
Yeah. He also did the spiral pump. You know,
look at that dude's a pussy magnet, bro.
A 13-year-old built Archimedes' mythical death ray, and it may actually work.
It does.
That's awesome.
He took bronze plates, polished them, and then put them concave because he figured that out. And what they would do is they would make a light beam, and it would set the Roman ships on fire because they were covered in tar. And he knew that. And you get them hot enough, they would just go up in flames.
Dang. That's like sharks with laser beams on their heads.
Exactly. And there's no pictures of him from the time period. They're
Why?
all gone.
When did he live?
That's from the 1600s.
Oh, okay. Well,
he died in 215 BC.
Now you just blowing smoke up our asses with your.
Oh no, I just listened 212. I'm sorry.
Well, why don't
I just listened to the guy that's an expert on Sicily.
287 BC. Yeah. You know what? Let's go on his Instagram and see what was his last picture.
Exactly. Wouldn't you do a selfie, stupid?
Look at that. He was 75, and he was actually killed by a Roman soldier. He was 75 and still going.
75 back then. That's like 1,000 years old now, man.
He probably drank wine and ate all the Mediterranean food. So
the good life. Mathematician, physicist, engineer, astronomer. Hey, guess what? We're going to take a psycho test as well tonight. So be prepared for that, my friend. Be prepared for that. Okay.
Yes.
Move on a little bit. And speaking of Sicily, so I think Howard was trying to, and I don't even know why I recorded this. I think you like just tagged me in it that he would have been really upset if people hadn't noticed him in Italy. But meanwhile, nobody actually noticed him in Italy, if you recall. And
when I went to Mexico with Jimmy, I was recognized more. I was worried on the trip to Italy that I'd have a horrible vacation if Jimmy was recognized more than me. Because
he was recognized more than you. See, Jimmy's on TV and internationally known because he hosts the Oscars and stuff like that. So people know who he is. You have never.
Let's face it, Jimmy's on TV.
Yes.
I'm
what
on radio.
Robin said that on the wrap-up show. She said you would be pissed if Jimmy was more recognized than you were, right, Robin?
Well, can you imagine?
I know him.
Can you imagine if I'm in a hotel with Lassie and Lassie's getting.
So Marianne comes up with a story. She used to work at the Plaza Hotel, I guess, in a clothing store. And she was telling the story about how one day Lassie was staying at the hotel. And who was the other person, Dennis? Do you remember?
Hold on. It was Lassie and...
somebody from maybe Saturday Night Live. I'm trying to remember who. Chevy Chase, maybe it was.
It was Chevy Chase. It was Chevy Chase.
Okay. And Lassie had a whole like entourage with him and like people with him. And Dennis, don't forget that Archimedes was the first. What did it say? Was the first
with the blowout.
Of course he was.
Hey.
So Marianne's saying that then went into, I don't know, what are you going to say, about a half hour on Lassie.
And Fred played the theme song
about 1 million times. 5
times in full.
Yeah. And now keep in mind that Lassie is from like the 1950s. I don't think I've ever watched it in my life.
I saw an episode once and I hated it.
Every episode, little Timmy was down a well.
Yes.
And or he was messing with a grizzly bear and Lassie had to get involved.
Right. And then fun fact is that Lassie actually was a girl and not a boy dog.
Yes. It was, you know what? It's all Red Tintin ripoff.
You know why?
Yeah.
Dangly bits. That's why.
Dangly bits.
So a collie. You can't tell a collie. They got all that fur.
The first episode was
the fruit hanging out.
And it ended in 73. Okay. So I dare say most everybody listening to the Stern Show today had absolutely no idea who the fuck Lassie was.
I know who Lassie is.
Of course, you know it because of the name and sure.
I was always kind of skeptical after watching Old Yeller. I always thought they were going to take the dog eventually and go behind the barn.
Never watched that. I don't like
dogs. Oh, you don't know Old Yeller?
No.
Old Yeller. Hey, Yeller.
I don't like black and white shows. I told you that.
El Yeller is not a black and white show.
It's a movie from Disney.
It's a movie. A Disney movie.
And every scene was him rescuing that kid from a wild animal.
Like, that was a lab, huh? Or something like
yeah, Old Yeller. It was a yellow lab.
Yeah, but he had a curly tail, so I don't think he's really.
Old Yeller. And at the end, he messed that kid messed with that rabbit wolf, and so Old Yeller had to save him. And then of course, Old Yeller got the rabies.
Aww,
he goes, I gotta go shoot my boy.
Aww.
Was it Kurt Russell?
I think it's Kurt Russell. I was just about to say that.
No. How old is that guy?
His name is Tommy. Kurt Russell was a huge child actor.
Oh, I know he was, but like, dude, I know like he was that far back.
No, Kurt Russell was. No
shit, dude.
Kurt, I can't believe that we do this. Kurt Russell, Old Yeller. Look at that. Kurt Russell is not in the movie Old Yeller.
Okay, damn.
Damn. Kind of looks like
there's that scene where he shoots him.
Oh no, I don't want. I don't like those things. Kid.
Mo, it was a dog actor. Okay, he didn't really die.
Yeah, see, look, there he was. There he was as a kid. He was so cute.
Yeller, come back,
face.
Yeller.
Oh, the Virginian.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize he was in the Virginian. Holy crap.
Yeah, he was pretty big.
He's probably the only child actor that really, made that move.
Well, who was his dad?
Very few do what he did.
But good for him. So anyway, there's Kurt Russell. All right, let's move on. Give me a second here, my friends. So then Memet comes on. Okay, so they're doing the psychological profile thing. Are you do show signs of psychopathy? I think is really the way you would say it. So Memet comes on and he's really just throwing everybody under the bus, and it was quite delicious.
Not only did he throw him under the bus, he took the bus, he backed it back over. I mean, he went balls out on this. It really was. Glorious.
He really did. And Gentle Ben.
Remember, it was Ron Howard's brother was a little kid in Gentle Ben. He was like a cute kid before he turned into like a monster.
Why are these shows? I don't even know any of these shows.
You don't know Gentle Ben?
No.
Oh my God, Gentle Ben was a great show. It used to be on.
It was Clint Howard,
11.
Right?
It was on Channel 11.
These are boys.
Yeah, Clint Howard. Thank you, Autobot.
Clint Howard. Yes.
These are boy shows.
He was a cute little kid, and then you look at him in Austin Powers. He's just a monster.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Clint Howard. He looks nothing like Opie. He looks nothing like Opie Cunningham.
Dude, yeah. Everybody knows what's gonna.
Clint Howard?
Clint
Yes.
Howard. That's his brother.
Yeah.
That is Ron Howard's brother.
I have no idea what this
He
person
had,
is.
and he has had a prolific. He had a prolific acting career, bro. Wait, he's in Terrifier? I didn't know he was in Terrifier.
Jesus, I had no idea. I know exactly who this person is.
Type in Gentle Ben. Clint Howard, Gentle
Right
Ben.
up there.
You
Just click on it.
You can
It's
see
right
where he
there.
was just a cute kid back then.
And then he grew up. There he is, Clint Howard.
Yeah.
No, he still looks a little bit like retarded.
But he was a cute kid.
He's a little retarded.
And Gentle Ben was done in Florida.
Oh, yeah. Look at that in the Everglades. Sure. Wow, I had no idea.
Let's take the bear out in the fan boat, Paul. What could go wrong?
That's amazing. I don't know any of these people. Look, he does look retarded. I'm sorry.
Oh, he looked like
Oh my God, he looks like
cute
Chaka.
kid. Come on.
Chaka from Land of the Lost.
Chaka, Land of the Lost, yes.
Wait. He was Chaka?
No,
but he looks just like Chaka.
He looks just like, I was going to say.
How did you watch Land of the Lost and not see Gentle Ben?
He's Chaka. That's Chaka.
He looks just like him.
Chaka. Yeah. Land of the Lost, see, but that was so much more up my alley.
Marshall, Will, and Holly.
Croft, and I love
Great Expedition.
Yeah, that's when I usually watch my TV, Saturday mornings. Wow, I need to get into that Clint Howard thing. I never knew that. That's kind of amazing.
Dude, he's had like one of the longest careers of any actor in Hollywood.
And I would never know that he was a Ron Howard brother. I just think of him as like some great character actor. But okay, cool.
No, they're brothers.
Yeah.
No idea. And okay.
One looks like Opie and one looks like
you
Clint
can do
Howard.
it in one of the Sandler movies. I know it was Rob Schneider, but I think he might have done it once too.
All right, I got to dig into that at some point.
You can do it.
Let's move on. So here's Memet talking about
Puffin stuff.
The people on the show.
We work at like the NBA of backstabbers and liars. So as I was watching people like give these answers where they say, I would never want to hurt someone's feelings. I would never lie. It's like, what are we talking about?
So basically,
wow.
he was observing as other people were taking the test, and he's saying to himself, you guys are such liars that you don't lie because that's all you do. And so he was trying to kind of prove that whatever the test results are not going to really be real because they're lying about not lying. And so then everybody's trying to turn it back on him and saying, yeah, but you could do the exact same thing. You could lie about not lying, and then they're trying to say that, well, the person who's taking the test will know that, and they'll know that you're lying about this, whatever. Yeah, I know. So then Memet deliciously talks about how he could do most people on the staff's jobs better than them. And the funny thing about
that's not saying much. That's not a brag like he thinks it is.
No, but when somebody's working on a show for 35, 40 years, like we have said a million times in the past, they don't know any other way to do things except for the way that their boss does things. And that's not saying that Howard knows how to do things, or that a Marcy Turk, who they brought in from like improv, knows how to do things. So they only know what they know. So Memet comes out with this.
Fred, hold on. He said he could do. He said he could do your job better than you.
Yes, he did.
So he could do
Yes, he
everyone's
did.
job.
And you know what?
He
He's
what?
probably
He said
right.
Oh yeah, and yours too, Robin. By the way, he said he could do your job too.
Probably
all,
right.
all you do is laugh. He said.
I did not say that.
Yes,
and
you did.
You said exactly that.
No, I did
Now
not say
who's
that.
lying? Now
Yes,
who's
he now-
lying?
All right, let me
I didn't
let me
say
go
that.
to the tape. Let me go to the tape, and I'll find out what
Okay.
you said.
Oh, let's go to the out
There
of
we go.
context tape. Okay, go ahead.
Out of context. Are you Trump?
Out of
What?
context.
Everything's out of. Here's a tape. What do you
Let's
want from me?
hear it.
I didn't edit this.
First up,
No.
do you still believe that you can do a better job than Gary Delabate, the executive producer of the Howard Stern Show?
As good.
Why?
Well, you know what? Better because I'm here today. Definitely. Again, I have to be trained on the equipment, but sure, yes, I can press buttons.
Like that. And he's not wrong. If we all remember Sal Governelli doing the clips one time when Fred was somewhere, we don't
Absolutely. He did a great
He
job.
did a great job.
He didn't
Couldn't
make
even tell.
I would really like to find that clip. So
Well, the Robin one is the most delicious of them all, though.
doing Fred's job. Yeah, all she does is laugh.
All she does, and you know what?
No. She was also a racial beard. Very
well. I understand
important.
that, but here's the thing. Honestly, she tried to defend it, and she has no defense because honestly, all she does now is laugh. She doesn't add to an interview. She doesn't do
ask
the
questions.
news. She does nothing.
Let's keep in mind, there was a time where people thought, well, maybe she really is a really like with its intelligent human being. Then they gave her that show that was supposed to be like an Oprah type of show. It was just a disaster. It just exposed her ignorance. It's kind of like when she was on Jeopardy and Pawn, you know?
Yes. Who was
for a while, there was doubt. She had plausible deniability.
She really thinks that she's great at her job. They all suffer from such inflated egos and personalities. It's almost shocking.
That's why Jackie was awesome. He was the only guy that busted her balls. Remember that one time he got her to leave the show because she was complaining about having to read the newspapers on the beach, and he literally said, "Oh, you really got a hard job," and she just lost her shit on him.
They all are display some
self-important.
level of.
You know what it is? They believe their own hype. It's just like the number one rule: don't believe your own hype. They believe that they are better than what they are.
Yeah, they always have.
They are on every level, though. They display psychotic behavior because they believe their own hype and they don't live in a reality. They live in a reality that they make in their own heads.
Yeah.
Really, seriously, they actually believe the bullshit and don't have the ability
because
to filter it out.
Pump. It's, you know what? In many sense, it's like Michael Jackson or someone else, like one of these other people, where you just have people yes, all MC Hammer, you know, where you have people just licking your balls because you're giving them a check, and they're no different. And
Correct.
you know,
you give 5,000 assistants.
I don't have time to do that.
Whatever you have to do. I mean, you shouldn't be late for your book signings.
Just screw you and let's go with the show.
You shouldn't be late.
I just wish I was in that hotel room.
Yeah.
I'm not in that hotel lobby. She was informed.
No, but do you understand
she had
something?
to go back and pack.
But do you understand something? She came there the night before, which was very good, very responsible. She missed the plane.
All I can.
No, excuse me. She missed the plane.
To do that whole morning.
You know what? I'm leaving.
And the whole morning was free. The whole morning was free. She had the whole morning free.
And all of a sudden, it's time to get in the car, go to the book signing, and there was something else to do.
Yeah. So then after the books, I mean, why wouldn't you even get to the book?
She was checking out, right?
Yeah, how about getting to the book signing at noon? She left.
Not only that, I mean, I was thinking about it earlier. It's like you're supposed to be at the airport for domestic flights.
See, nobody picks on her anymore.
Nope.
No, that's why the show sucks.
Yeah.
There's no.
Oh my God,
back
Jackie.
then, the ball busting was epic, and
Jackie was the worst.
Freaking Jackie. Jackie was the spearhead to that.
Nobody.
Oh my God.
Oh, and Billy. It was back. Billy and Jackie together. They were amazing.
It's a great little clip. So now they're talking about that stupid test that they're going to be doing.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, all these doctors are calling in, right? Because everybody has an opinion about it.
This is great.
Memet says this little amuse-bouche.
That's very.
Oh my God! Let me go to Dr. Justin. What kind of doctor are you, Justin, in Pennsylvania?
So many doctors not working this morning, sitting on hold for a long time. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm about to start work, but I had to call in because you are nuts.
So many doctors on hold. It's just amazing how that happens.
I like how he's pulling back the curtain to what we already know, that these are they're fake calls.
Yeah.
Literally 100% fake calls. And he just basically took the curtain and went, "Hello, it's all bullshit."
Exactly what he did. I love that. It's
just the greatest.
Yeah, it's quite delicious.
Dropped a hammer on them.
I was talking earlier about how much I can't stand Sam, and she just really annoys me. And
everything about her.
Well, everything about her, and the cadence of her voice drives me absolutely fucking batshit. She talks like that, like
you know what it is.
No, everything is like, and it's like,
it's that cadence where everything is so hyperbolic with her. It's just, it's all built up with the way she just kind of just like brings it out to the mat. Like, oh my God, honey, just spit the shit, just spit it out. Spit it out.
It was funny because Ronnie made fun of her, and I don't think anybody really realized it, and I don't think people realize how fucking annoying Sam is, but they all must, because when Ronnie did this, they all started chuckling. So here we go. So see if you can grab the nuance of it, because it was a little bit, it's a little bit in the background.
So today with all of this bullshit going on.
I have the list. I have the results. I do agree with Memet. It's responsible to add some more information for the people.
I'm up at 4 a.m.
Significant results.
Yeah, where's Dr. Frankie? Ronnie's up.
Right. We can, if you want, we can call her.
All right, well,
if anyone thinks this is a thing about a friend, I'm happy to record her analysis as well, or I can give it.
I love that. I love that. Well, Monday. I love it. I love it. So they got into this whole thing about the test, and I swear to God, that was the balance of the show. Like that.
Oh, it was. It was an hour.
At least.
At least. An hour.
And they got to Dick.
To Dick. No, they decided they were going to do a test on Monday. That was it. Full stop.
This was the greatest exercise in time mass murder we have ever seen.
It is.
He literally dissected more ways than it can be dissected. He pounded bone into dust.
Yes.
Killing time on this.
It's like literally if like a football team goes into victory formation at halftime.
Pretty much, yes.
Just start right off the clock.
Oh my God.
It was horrible. It was just horrible.
Yeah.
Then Autobot Al happened to notice this morning on the listening thread a dump. And I'm not necessarily sure what was dumped here, but take a listen to it. It was a segment where back in the day, JD had the ability to give a thumbs up or thumbs down to Ronnie's automotive show.
Oh, yeah, his show. Like the
right. Yes. And then JD decided to cancel the show for Ronnie.
Yes.
I can't remember with the whole balance.
I remember that.
Yeah, but I don't remember what the impetus was for this whole thing happening, but he did cancel it. So anyway, here's a dump that happened right there, and I caught it, but I don't know what it was. So maybe you guys can help.
Sam, where's that Dr. Frankie?
Ronnie, remember when JD canceled your show? He was the boss. I gave him the power.
No. And it was a great show too.
Wow. Ooh, Ronnie, a little hurt on that one.
Ronnie was a little hurt. Ronnie was getting a little pissy today.
Well, when you're 75 and they wake you up early in the morning.
If you remember back in the day when they actually try to create content, Ronnie really tried to do a show about cars.
Yes,
and he did one. I think he did one episode or one show, and then everybody complained about it.
Why?
And Howard brought him in, brought JD in, and hey, you make the call.
Why did they complain about it?
Well, in this chat, they're saying
people just
boring.
like to bust his balls. No matter what Ronnie does,
boring.
people's always going to bust his balls, bro.
I didn't think it was that boring.
Oh, they're all saying that it was boring.
I didn't think it was that boring.
You know what? It was a different type of show, and it wasn't really meant for comedy. We're just talking about cars. It's about the whole the classic this chassis is really blah blah blah. We got. I mean, that show for being short lived, we got like 1,000 sound bites out of it.
Yes, you did.
This ain't Hot Rod Magazine, pal. The chassis thing. I mean, there's just
Yeah, the Cadillac chassis. That was
Cadillac chassis. Exactly. Thank you.
About Mopar, according to Abrazo.
Yeah, he did. Because talking about the Challenger. He was because they were Challengers out then.
Let me see, Ronnie. Let me see.
Crank that Pekka.
Ronnie Mund, short-lived, serious.
So let's do this because we always do it after the fact. So Instagram, you're about to go bye-bye in about 50 seconds. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
Feel free to jump on one of the other platforms.
The Ronnie Mund Show, episode 3.
Okay, 3 episodes. There you
go. Maybe I'm going to check it out right now.
Super short-lived, dude.
Well, like everything else on 101. Because that became the deathbed there. I mean, literally, it was basically where stuff went to die.
Dumping ground for all the shit, right?
Yeah. Well, in hindsight, the joke hunt actually lasted a long time compared to everything else.
Comparatively speaking, absolutely.
Yeah.
Fucking Jason could have had this done in 30 seconds. Why don't you use the fucking camera? Huh? You heard me. Why don't you have Jason shoot the picture? There we go.
Yeah, right. This is just shit about Ronnie. So never mind.
It's not.
We'll revisit it some other time.
somebody can link me to the Ronnie Munn show, I'd be interested in hearing it and seeing what that was about.
Bye, Instagram.
Bye, Instagram. Did we say goodbye?
An hour. We'll get the thingy in a minute.
Did we bid them adieu?
Adieu.
All right. So Dennis tagged me into this, and it's really disgusting. And I can't believe he tagged me into this because I hate him so very, very much for doing this. You see, he chuckles. He chuckles, this fucker. Just the gross sound he makes with his mouth when he does the jerk off thing. And it just went on just slightly too long. And
slightly?
I had to listen to it. That means you have to listen.
I had to listen to it already.
So. Dear friend Robin, Steven Singer Jewelers. Oh, Steven Singer, you turn me on.
Where's your music?
Hold on, I'm almost done. I'll be finished in a second. I'm a little older now. It takes a second.
Oh.
Jesus, I don't know why nothing's happening.
Maybe it's one of those days.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that was a live read for Steven Singer. They got their money's worth out of that one.
I'm feeling like a little bit of vomit in my mouth.
That's I was working on. I was so bored. I was tightening the bolts on my oil pan, and I wish I was joking.
Nice.
And I heard that, and I literally wanted the car to drop on me.
You kick out the stands. The jack stands. Just trying to kick it out. Just end it now.
So when they come back from commercial break, they're still on Memet. They're still on the stupid psych test. All of that shit. All of it is it's just constant. And this was just a delicious little bon mot.
Just go to his house and you have a conversation with him.
So Memet wants to interview Fred. He's like, this would be great radio. I don't know why you don't want me to do this. I think it would be amazing. Why can't we? And Fred's like, no, I don't want to do it. And Howard's like, well, what if I told you had to do it? He's like, I still say no. I don't care. I'm not doing this. I don't really care. Okay.
That's what Nancy Reagan said. Just say no. No.
All right. Well, there it is. An exclusive, a little bit of
Fred's happy to just show up and do the bare minimum. Then I guess
there you go.
Collect that
One
paycheck.
of these people is a
Here's the deal,
psycho.
Memet. I've been doing the bare minimum for like over 30 years.
That's an interesting revelation.
When you do 30 years of anything worthwhile, you talk to me.
Fred's so angry.
Why is it? What do you mean worthwhile? He hasn't done anything in 15 years.
Wow, 30 years
Literally.
of something worthwhile.
I love he gets so butthurt.
Right. So Memet just kept digging at him. But you said on the summer show that, you drank too much and you were speeding down a road and you got a ticket. Why don't you want to talk about that? Why don't you want to talk about, the issues that you've been having with alcohol?
Angry.
Oh, he was so angry. He was just
and literally, how many shows have we done this year? If we've mentioned Fred twice, that's too much.
That's a lot.
Like, no joke. I mean,
it was really weird because Fred is so ultra defensive now because it has been brought to light. But no, I mean, it's really been brought to light by people that he just does nothing. And there are days, weeks where you don't notice that Fred's even there. Like, he's just checked out. There's no sound effects, no drops, no going to Fred, nothing. And literally, it's like, well, yeah, you do nothing, Fred. It's the bare minimum. I mean, and his response to doing the bare minimum, that's embarrassing. This is a man that's making 8 figures. Eight figures.
Let's keep in mind, we are 1 hour and 4 minutes into this show. We have mentioned Billy like 3 or 4 times. And I forgot that Fred was still on the show. And we can hark back to Billy, Jackie, but Fred didn't even cross my mind.
No,
why would he? Because
exactly.
Fred was only funny because Jackie was there and basically directed Fred on how to be funny. Because Fred is not funny by himself.
I will tell people that his heyday was when Jackie and him would send Stuttering John out to ask people questions. That was it. After that, mailing it in.
Well, the interesting thing is that I also feel that Fred is really upset that even the stupidest things like the puppet is not something that they go to him anymore for.
Nope.
They go to Steve Nowicki. Now, if you want to see something seriously unfunny, I just happened to be on the Stern Show.
Good. You went and found it? Because I tagged you in on when they mentioned it.
Puppet thing is shockingly horrible. Let's play
Almost
a little.
as horrible as Robin's wig.
Mike Perlman fucked with the bagel.
What he does is he puts a number of paper towels on this bagel, and I think he only put one on because when he came back, how many were on there?
Don't lie to me, man.
No, 3 or 4. Nobody cares.
Here's the deal, man. I'm going to step out. I'm covering my bagel with one napkin, Perlman, okay? That's what I'm going to do. I'm covering the whole fucking deal. Don't fuck with the bagel, man, because it's fucking wrapped, okay? Ronnie, you know me as well. We've been working together for so long. I would never fuck. Dude, I know. You're bullshit, man. You're bullshit, all right?
Okay, like that.
Jesus wept. I come on. That is beyond embarrassing. I mean, seriously, that is literally public access. It's 2:00 in the morning level content.
Well,
on a Thursday.
Speaking of that, I do have an interview that Mr. Dangles did for us with P. Diddy. So you'll want to stay tuned.
How much baby lotion?
You'll want to stay tuned to that, because that will be comedy, ridiculous comedy gold.
I mean, those aren't even puppets. I don't even know what to call that.
It's just a cardboard with a little popsicle stick.
Yeah, I mean, that is embarrassing.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I mean,
that's cute. Like if it's like 2 5-year-olds on a YouTube channel.
Yes, absolutely.
But we're talking about like 70-something-year-old people with like $100 million budget.
Grown adults with a real budget. With probably $100 million. Probably still has somewhere in that realm of a budget.
Exactly.
And that is what they're building.
Yes.
I will say though that the Ronnie puppet is actually very silly because it is silly looking, and
I understand that. But...
I appreciate that smoke comes out of its ears and stuff like that. I think it's kind of silly. I do. But it's it's
cringe.
It's arts and crafts at summer camp at best, for sure.
Cringe.
So they start talking about movies. They did happen to mention Richard Christie with the Terrifier thing. I wasn't really paying attention at that point.
I was doodling.
Yeah, so if anybody was listening at that point, just let us know, because I wasn't. But it, of course, gave Howard an opportunity to go back to talking about the theater and basically that they were all black kids and they would shoot up the screen, which absolutely
big deal. It helps get people to go to movies because
but I know, I mean, I came from a rough neighborhood, probably one of the roughest neighborhoods in the world, and the movie theater was the most dangerous place to go because kids would bring guns in and shoot at the screen.
That's
so
Chris Rock.
I can imagine mixing up. I guess these are upscale theaters where, like
for
I don't know.
Yeah, they don't even have movie theaters in those neighborhoods, Howard.
No, not anymore. The poor guy who ran the Roosevelt Music. They had a beautiful little movie theater, but the guy said replace. You know what it costs to replace a movie screen back in those days? A real movie screen.
Oh wow!
Guy couldn't stay in business.
So I did a little dive into that because I wasn't really believing him. And I found several articles about the Nassau Theater. So it wasn't called the Roosevelt Theater since the 30s. And then they changed it to the Nassau Theater.
Yes.
And it was there for forever. It didn't close until like sometime in the mid to late 70s. Located in Roosevelt, Long Island. This was a neighborhood house that played double features for low prices. It opened as the Roosevelt Theater and was renamed the Nassau Theater in 1939 after refurbishment. In the 70s, when the neighborhood changed, they often ran blaxploitation triple bills. A fire destroyed part of the auditorium and it was closed and left to rot. Okay, so a fire destroyed it in the late 70s. Nobody shot it up and couldn't replace the screen. So a lot of people were talking about how their family moved from Brooklyn to Roosevelt in 59. And the theater was called the Nassau, and they would all go there and hang out. And, you know, everybody has really, really good memories about it. And of course, somebody in 2006 writes, Howard Stern's movie theater growing up. So everybody had like good thoughts about it. Nobody talks about like them shooting it up. Nobody talks about how it had to close because of shooting it.
So Xavier's right. That is a Chris Rock bit that people went in, that black people went in and shot the screens. That's a 100% Chris Rock
Grand
thing that he
opening,
stole.
grand closing.
Grand
Rock opening, grand closing.
Exactly. I mean, he steals from everybody at this point.
Yeah.
He just conflates stuff to make it a part of his life.
Well, you say it enough times, and it must be true, right?
Exactly. If you say a lie often
After
enough,
that, Chris Rock bit's pretty famous.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. He'll steal. He stole Steve Dahl's entire act.
So you may not know this, but he did actually. He hasn't been to a movie since pre-COVID, and the last movie.
But wasn't he getting private screeners in his little theater?
He always gets private screeners.
So he wasn't going to movies even then.
Don't forget that there's a movie theater downstairs in his building. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And don't forget that Monday through Thursday, when everybody's in school or working, he could go see anything he wants and really virtually be the only person in.
Listen to what he says here. This is just
it's really disturbing.
I don't know, man. I've been to movie theaters my whole life. I stopped going, even before the pandemic, because some of the people sit next to you in a movie theater, I don't want to eat with them. I don't want to be near them. Some of them are out of their mind.
Upper West Side movie theater. There's.
I told you, last movie I went to in a movie theater was one of the Spider-Man movies, I think.
I know it was Avengers. It was one of the Avengers.
Maybe. I don't remember exactly. It was one of the Marvel movies. And
Stop there. Mr. Comic Book can't remember a Marvel movie that he saw in the theater. Yeah. They're pretty memorable to see in the theater. I
can remember seeing it in the theater.
Well, here, if I remember correctly, he had Tobey Maguire in right before the premiere of Spider-Man 3, which was a dud. And I believe Howard did go to see that. But that was like 1990 something, right?
That could be the last.
No. Like the mid zeros.
Yeah, because that's literally the last time he went to a public movie theater.
Yeah.
But here's what he did in the public movie theater.
They're in a hoodie, so nobody would recognize me. But some of these people walk in, and I'm like, fuck, please don't sit near me. Like, because they look like they're fucking demented.
There's so many.
So then I would sit there. I swear to
you would almost think that he's going to a porno theater, like not to like a normal theater. The theater that's below him is a normal theater. Do you remember that's where I went to see Wolverine? Was it?
Yeah.
So it's on the Upper West Side.
Yeah. It was
Wolverine. That's where they had the premiere of it that Hugh Jackman came to. Yes, it's a perfectly beautiful theater. He's such an idiot.
And also, listen, before you play this, keep in mind, this is when he was still going to scores in sweatpants and bragging about it. So
is it that far?
It's like it's just funny how like, I don't want people. I mean, meanwhile he's got these questionably, whatever women, like giving him the humpy.
Yeah, giving him rub and tugs. All right, here we go.
Back and forth.
Hang on.
Because they look like they're fucking demented. So then I would sit there. I swear to God, I would do this. I would sit there in my hoodie and start rocking back and forth. And then I'd go, and I go, like when they come near my aisle, like I would sit in the aisle when they're starting to contemplate either sitting behind me or in front of me. I just go, and it works every time you go,
He never did that. 1,000% never did that. It's just
never.
I mean, the lies that fly out of this guy's mouth are quite amazing at this point. I mean, he literally can't.
But here's the thing, Dennis. Honestly, at this point, I don't think he knows he can distinguish between making shit up and what really happened at this point. He seems to kind of be in that gray area a lot.
He has that whole sociopathic, psychopathic kind of life, where he just doesn't give a fuck about others. And so it doesn't matter, what he says, because what other people think or hear doesn't matter to him.
Also, honestly, though, I think it's just a means to an end. It's content. He doesn't care. Tomorrow he won't remember what lie he told you today. It doesn't matter.
So what about Alice saying he's totally describing Jack Nicholson's scene in The Departed where Jack in the porno theater?
There you go.
Oh my
Once
God.
again, I don't think he knows the difference anymore.
No,
I'd love to play that, but I'll get clipped for it.
We're like next week he's going to be telling us how he came over on the Titanic.
Exactly.
Kate Winslet.
So, okay, I only have 2 more clips because I really got bored with the show. I got to be honest with you. But
I was working on my car. I mean,
so Memet comes back to talk about Richard Christie. And Richard Christie went to the Jimmy Fallon thing at 30 Rock, which is this. So, okay, hang on. I got to remove that. Please stop.
I think we're doing it at the same time. Yes.
So here, Jimmy Fallon's Tonightmares. Let me see if there's any.
Is that just watching the show? Is that enough?
Let me see if there's any sound on this because
Are those guys like the Roots because they're not actually doing anything anymore.
No.
Might as well have them scaring people.
So basically, there's this Tonightmares, and it's just a little haunted maze. It's maybe like 10 minutes long. Shockingly, if you want to get tickets for it, $44.90.
No, you're joking.
Yeah.
Are you joking? And that's for 10 o'clock at night.
Ridiculous.
Wait, move to tomorrow. How much is Halloween earlier?
Early
okay, still 44. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
That's
that's just a
insane.
set price of Psychoses. Oh my God.
That's
wow.
crazy.
So, once again, Jimmy Fallon, I mean, who does he have pictures of? Because why? I mean, seriously.
Wow, why?
Why? I mean, all they have to do is play that Christmas album, and that'd be more frightening than anything else they could put in there.
Yeah, no kidding. So anyway, Richard Christie goes to this thing, and Memet follows him to it because they're doing this thing together. And again, I'm telling you that this thing is maybe 10 or 15 minutes. That's like the entirety of the experience. Because really, how much space do they have at 30 Rock to put together like an entire, walkthrough kind of scare fest thing, right?
Yes.
So for this 15-minute go round, Richard Christie wears a diaper to go to it because he's afraid that he might pee his pants. I'm not really making I'm just telling you.
She's not making up. This is real.
And so,
this is, how old is he now? 50 years old?
Yeah.
I mean, does he have to keep doing the of mice and men bit? Come on.
It's so crazy. So here he is talking to Memet about this scenario, and it's just so pat and stupid and set up and horrible. So here we go.
10-minute maze. Why do you need a diaper to get through it?
Who knows? It's better to be on the safe side. Maybe I won't wet my diaper. Maybe I will. That's part of the scary part of this whole experience. What is Memet going to find in my diaper after the haunted house?
Well, I won't be finding anything because you're in charge of your own diaper. But
No,
is
bullshit.
this?
You're changing me, dude.
That's not happening. But
Wolfie
is
was
this? Yeah.
Yeah, Wolfie would do it.
Wow.
That's how that
really.
works.
So,
do you think he thinks that being a dumb bumpkin is
yes
a paycheck
Yes,
every month?
So do you have the second part of that clip?
I do not.
Okay, so this is what's even more disturbing than Memet putting the diaper on him, which it did happen.
Yes,
and
it did.
Memet taking the diaper off him, a grown man. He drank before going into this 15-minute maze. He drank 10 pumpkin beers. 10 pumpkin beers to go to a 15-minute maze.
At 30 Rock.
Just let that soak in. This is an adult man with
That's
children.
zany. They're so zany and wacky.
Who drinks that much? Like, I can't even drink 10 bottles of water in a day.
Alcoholics?
In a whole day.
An alcoholic. I mean, that's a lot of beer to pound.
You gotta really work up. You don't just do that overnight.
I mean,
drinking 10 of anything will take practice.
And no wonder he wet himself. I mean, you rent beer. You don't keep it. You rent it.
This is true.
I mean, it only stays for so long before you have to pee. So
I just find it offensive that anybody would think that this is a normal way to exist. Number one, because this is what he does. He does wear diapers to things. Like
it's not like, and it is. It depends.
He's so crazy.
What about Al?
It is depends.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm
not so closeted alcoholic, Jose. Not so closeted.
Oh, he's not a closeted alcoholic at all. I mean, look at him. Does
he have children?
He has two.
Yeah.
He has two.
He's
children.
got little kids, right?
Yes, two, and a
He's
wife
coming
that
home
is
sloshed?
a wife that is no better than him because She has literally destroyed things during Eagles games.
Oh, she screams.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, she screamed. They played videos. She screams like a maniac.
Wait, someone from Philly screaming like a maniac? Get out of
an
here!
Insane person.
Get out of here!
These kids don't have These kids are not going to be in the space program. I can kind of see this. I don't think they're building.
Wait, where's Sin Luhu? We need a professional's opinion.
Yeah, Zersky is saying that's over 1,000 calories. So I'm looking up pumpkin beer. Sam Adams pumpkin beer is 200 calories per bottle.
Oh
so
my, that's
2,000 calories.
It's like 2,500 calories. Let's
Yeah.
just round up 25. That is more. That's your entire daily intake.
Yeah.
2,500 calories
For a 15-minute maze.
for 15-minute maze.
Shocking. It's shocking and
But even then, I mean, having 10 sodas is a lot. I mean, 10 of anything liquid is not going to be
anything
comfortable.
All right, let's get to the end of the show so that we can take our psych test. Here we go. So I didn't even really film the tape the end of the show, but I thought that you'd all be interested in the promo for Sal's upcoming bit, which, again, playing on his stupidity of America and all things that make us the country that it does is where we're going to go with the Sal promo. So here we go. And this is the end for me for the show.
Just in time for Election Day, Stern Show writer Sal Governale embarks on a journey to the birthplace of American democracy.
We're here in Philadelphia, Sal. Who were the American colonists declaring their independence from?
Yeah, Napoleon back then. I know Hitler was in the 40s. Final answer, Napoleon.
You'll learn enough about our country to make your head hurt.
Unalienable rights? It means if you're an illegal alien, you don't have the rights of Americans.
There's no place Sal won't go to uncover American history, including the great beyond.
What is Ben Franklin's spirit telling you?
He's telling me that he suffered tremendously as president.
I can't.
Wow.
I don't know.
Oh, God, so fake. Thank you, Dorian Morgan.
Oh, yeah, they had a caller that came on that, was all set, and all of a sudden it sounded completely hoarse. Was unable to speak, and so Al pointed out it might have been the same. There's the Buckwald caller. He just finally ran out of voices to do.
Jesus Christ!
But so for what election day are they going to play this? Is it in 2 years, or is it going to be for state elections next year? Or because when's this bit going to come out? Because stuff has been announced and has not come out. Like there's been
again, we are at the end of October, so it doesn't matter. All right, so a couple of things we need to get to.
October, we hardly knew.
So anybody who would like to participate in this, I will tell you that it is at psychologytoday.com, and it is the psychopathy test. It's 20 questions. I will take it right now so that we can see whether or not I'm a psychopath.
Well, I'll do it.
Okay, so here, let me
private chat me, and I'll do it. I won't cheat. Okay. Because of course I'll be doing mine. I can't see anything.
Okay, let me private chat this to my boys so that they can play along. Okay, Xavier, you're going to play along?
I'm watching baseball.
Wow, you suck. All right, here we go. I've always found it easy to convince people to do favors for me. That's true. When I know someone is struggling, when I know someone is struggling, I think of them often and hope they're okay. No, not really. Other people make so many stupid mistakes compared to me. No, I make some stupid mistakes. I don't see a problem with lying if it helps me get what I want. I can go either way on that. If someone told me that I hurt their feelings, I would feel badly. Not really. In truth, I find most people boring or stupid. It's probably
agreed. Yes.
People often blame me for things that are actually their fault. I don't think so. People who refuse to break rules out of principle are foolish. They'll never get ahead. Yeah, that's true. Seeing someone cry has little effect on me other than maybe irritating me. That's true. It is fun to antagonize people just to see how upset they get. Only if it's my mother, so I'm going to say no. I get uncomfortable at the thought of committing a crime.
Be honest.
I have a feeling it's a disagree.
I usually know just what I want. I'll do whatever it takes to feel a thrill. Not whatever it takes. I don't agree with that. It is important to honor financial obligations. I agree with that completely. Everyone else seems emotional and whiny compared to me. Yes. Helping other people instead of focusing on myself is usually a waste of time. Yeah. I don't understand people who are anxious or fearful all the time because nothing really scares me. Some people just aren't meant to succeed in life, and that's not my problem. Well, that's not really true. I wear my heart on my sleeve. No, definitely not. If a rule or law would get in the way of my goals, I feel justified in breaking it. No, I don't think so. All right, let me enter my zip code. Hang on. Score test.
All right, I got mine.
Where's my
Oh, it did.
They'll tell you on Monday, just like how.
You know why? You know why? It's so scary that it called the authorities.
Exactly. They're just telling you why they call the authorities.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we've located her. Now, this is the address. Go get her. I have mine. My homework actually worked.
So what did you get?
Hold on, I'll show it to you. I will share it. I am sharing right now. There it is.
Why did mine come up?
So I have, according to this, I have a few antisocial tendencies.
Okay, I'm gonna do mine over again. Most people,
which means I'm normal.
People
that makes me normal.
Refuse to break rules, never get ahead.
See, I am low.
Maybe irritating.
Sociopathy.
It's fun to antagonize people. No, I don't do that. If I get uncomfortable with the thought of committing a crime, no. I usually just do it. Yes, I'll do whatever it takes to feel a thrill. No. It's important to honor financial. Yes, I agree. Everyone else seems emotional and mind. Yes, I agree. Helping others instead of focusing on myself is usually what's the time. Yes, I agree. I don't understand people who are anxious or fearful all the time. And nothing really scares me. Okay, no, neutral. Some people just aren't meant to succeed in life, and that's not my. Some people are just. Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
Can we talk about the Yankees-Dodgers game?
My way.
Why, the Yankees blowing the lead now?
They're up 5-0.
Oh, wow.
God, Jesus. Okay, here's my score. Hang on.
See, mine was a normal human. Oh, my God! See, I told you they had called the authorities. They're coming right to you, baby.
Antisocial tendencies. Antisocial. I agree with that. I agree. Mildly psychopathic.
Mildly.
Minor antisocial tendencies. Yeah, I agree with that completely. Psychopathy is a spectrum disorder, and psychologically healthy people can display yeah, okay, I'm psychologically healthy. Okay? I'm healthy. Damn it.
That score don't say that, but that's okay.
Well, it's estimated that up to a third of convicted murderers can meet the criteria for psychopathy. I should cultivate empathy, make decisions deliberately, and consider therapy. Oh, I'm way ahead of you there, brother. Jesus Christ. Yeah, let me go to Pam. Let me go to Gerald. Sure. Let's go to Gerald. All right.
I mean, because mine says, you recognize that your needs don't trump others people's, and you take time to consider the consequences when you make decisions.
Yeah, I don't really.
I know. See?
You know
I'm a normal person.
Yeah, I'm not normal, and that's
why we get along.
That's why we get along. That's why I get along with my boys.
Yes.
Ida thinks it's BS.
I am nuttier than Chinese chicken salad.
Yeah,
I'm not sociopath. I'm not psychopathic.
Yeah.
Other things, but I'm not psychopathic.
I just look at someone's got to be.
I'm within the norm of normal. That's okay. It's okay. I don't have empathy, and I'm really not an empathetic person. I'm not. I
never noticed.
I have really good friends who are so much better than myself, and I'm almost jealous of them. I'm jealous of their ability to feel pain for others. And I don't have that.
I'm not jealous of that. No, that's why I got a 46. I'm not jealous of that at all. No.
All right. So 2 other things we need to get to. What do you want me to do?
Look how we just jinxed the freaking Yankees.
I know.
It's like,
why did you bring it up? We're in the middle of the podcast.
Honestly, I don't care. But yeah.
I mean, I don't care either way. I haven't watched baseball in 5 years. I don't
All
really
right,
care.
before we end the show, do we want to look at the calendar, or are we doing Mr. Dangles interviewing P. Diddy?
Let's start with the calendar, then really go out on a high.
With Dangles. Okay, let's do it. All right.
We'll do
All
the
right, here we go.
dangly bits.
So I know my 78 is wrong. It's actually 77 at this point. And that includes Biden and Kamala Harris. So that's what this is. So I just updated this today. And this is where we're at the very end of October. So we know he's working next week because he's already made mention of that. Year before, he was off for Veterans Day on the.
I think that's the last week he's going to be on, because then look where Thanksgiving is, and he comes back for the first week of December because he takes 2 weeks for Thanksgiving, 2 weeks in December, and then he's gone.
I did not kill Jared. Okay, you asshole. I did not.
You told him to take the oxygen out of his nose. That's right. No problem.
I would like to replay that one day. That was actually
that was amazing.
Can you take that thing out of your nose? I'm having trouble understanding you.
That was actually really
okay.
That was really funny. It was actually, I was actually disturbed, and I felt really queasy when he showed us like his cancer thing. And
yeah, that was.
He emailed it to me, and I was like, oh, I can't even look at that. Like, I can't look at somebody's like dysfunction like that. It was really kind of scared me. But I'm sorry he's gone. I mean, there's that.
He was a very nice man.
He was.
He seemed very nice.
All right, so we're going to end on what we think might be a high note. We're not really sure because I've not watched this.
It's always
lots of baby lotion.
There's always the element of surprise when it comes to Mr. Dangles. He had sent this to me, I think, like 2 weeks ago or so, and then he hold on a second. He's so freaking cute. He sends me. What?
I once ran over a deer in order to save travel time.
Man, these guys are vicious.
Sociopathic. Kill Bambi. to make time.
Never let.
That is so fucking funny, you guys. I completely appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Can we appreciate that? Literally 2 minutes ago, I said 5-0, and now they're tied.
Oh, you're kidding.
No. I'm cursed.
Well, you are cursed. You suck.
Dude.
You suck.
Wow.
Okay. Let me see
I honestly don't care who wins, but yeah.
Okay, so I received this very important email from Mr. Dangles. It said, this is Mr. Dangles sending you a text message. Don't forget my P. Diddy interview. This is what he sent me. So,
wow.
Yeah. So I had to make sure that we did the Dangles thing today. So, okay, let's get to that. And we will end on a high note of Dangles. All right. I don't know what to expect, guys. Okay. Just saying.
Welcome to the Metropolitan Detention Center, where we are here to find out everything about P. Diddy's incarceration. Things that we do if they can be very interesting to me.
Thanks, Mr. Daniel. I am doing just fine. Thank you very much.
Here's a child here to meet your girlfriend, Casey Ventura.
Yeah, it's true. She was trying to walk out in the puff, man. No one walked out on me. I didn't walk. And I have the video if you want to see it.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. I think Dennis died.
Are you ashamed of your actions?
I know I shouldn't have done it, but I don't have a DeLorean with a flood capacitor. You know what I mean?
You have been accused of abuse of more than 100 people. Is it true?
Listen, the number is way higher. But that's all I can say. Next question.
More
Is
than
that a
100
mustache
people?
on him? It's just, it's
Yes, I think it is.
That is a mustache.
Damn it.
Killing me.
How are they treating you?
Yes.
Look at the jail cell. I mean, just
They treat me just like I treat my girlfriends. But I like it. In here, the rules are reversed. I get to take a break. But they don't take a break on me, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay, last question. They say you have to go. When they raided your home, they found over 1,000 bottles of bagel. Is this true?
The fuck?
And then just what they used for.
Listen, you lucky I'm behind these bars. I'll whoop your ass, Mr. Dan. Get the hell out of here. Interview over.
Okay, goodbye, everyone.
I'm dead.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Oh,
holy
I
shit.
think I pulled the muscle.
Holy shit. That
was so wrong on so many levels. So many levels. That was so wrong. Everything was so wrong with that.
I'm going to put that up as its own entity on YouTube and on Rumble for you guys because this is the funniest thing. That was just delicious.
Oh my
I
God.
have no words.
Why? Just
I have no words for that, Mr. Dang. Just the pauses,
There's a thousand bottles of baby oil. What was that used for?
Oh my god, that was just amazing. Yeah, Mr. Dangle.
Thank you, Mr. Dangle. Thank you.
Absolutely delicious. We loved everything about it. Thank you so much. That was just that was great. All right. Yeah. So on that happy note, Dennis, you got anything going on DJ? That was just amazing, Mr. Dangle. Dennis, you got anything going on?
Yes, I do actually. I forgot. I've been busy this week. I just released another video today. This is on Stellantis's SEMA electric appliance thing that they put out there. That is kind of sad. So that came out today. It's a little bit of current news. I will be doing a video on God, I'm a little disturbed now. A video on show prep on your car, because I'm doing that as we've been speaking. Not right now, but during the week. So that, and I have a little car show this weekend. So yeah, a bunch of fun things, and also electrical short shooting, because that's also very
Excellent. All right. Please go to DJ Scott's Garage. Make sure you like and subscribe on his channel. Mr. Dangles, we love that. Absolutely. You should definitely not stop those. That was just really wonderful. All right, guys. So we will see you next week. I'm sure nothing will be happening and you'll miss nothing. And, keep in touch on Patreon, and I will announce hopefully doing something kind of little something this week. Weekend.
Thank you, Autobot Al.
Thank you. What about Al?
Thank you. Why are we thanking Autobot Al?
I have no idea.
He's thanking you for being on the show.
Gonna buy a t-shirt.
I'm on the show this week. Okay. And we will see you anon. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forums section. Follow us on Instagram or Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so that you know when we're going to have a new show. Thanks.